Hello students, good morning. Myself Rita Das. Again I am here to present my video. Those who are new for my channel, please subscribe my channel. If you like my channel, then you can share it also. Today I am going to teach you the second poem of class 9, Wind, which is written by Subramanyam Bharti. First of all, we have to know about the poet Subramanyam Bharti is a great Tamil poet famous for his patriotism in the pre-independence era. He was born on 11th December 1882, was a Tamil writer, poet, journalist, Indian independence activist, a social reformer also, popularly known as Mahakavi Bharti. He is considered one of the greatest Tamil literacy figure of all time. He was died on 11th September 1921. After knowing the poet, we have to know the introduction of the poem. We all know that wind is a natural phenomenon. In this poem, the poet talks to the wind. The power of the wind has been described, and the poet says that wind is destructive. He has linked the destructive power of wind to the adversities of life and says that weak people break down but stronger people emerge out of adversities stronger. The poem gives an important message that we should be mentally tough and physically strong in order to survive the hardship of life. A weak person breaks down like a weak building and crumbles. We must make these destructive forces our friends with our strength and determination. Now, the poem. This poem the writer has written in a free verse. It has no stanza and it has no also rhyming scheme, but I have made the stanza just to describe in an easy way. The first stanza. In the first stanza, the wind comes softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the paper. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at the weaklings. Here, the difficult words are poking fun. It means that making fun of some things. Weaklings means a weak person. In the first stanza, the poet has described that he requested the wind to blow gently. He also requested the wind not to break the shutters of the windows, not to scatter the papers, and not to throw down the books from the shelf. But the wind did not listen to him and turned violent and destructive. It threw down everything and tore the pages of the books. The poet accused the wind of bringing rain. Once again, he told the wind that it always made fun of weak people and the things. Now, the second stanza. Frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. Here, the difficult words crumbling means falling or to cause something to break. Rafter means sloping beam which support roof of the building. In this stanza, the poet just described that wind is very powerful, it is very strong, it leads to breaks of everything, houses which are weak fall, doors which are weak fall, weak roof of building also fall, the wooden structure fall, all bodies of people fall, everything that is weak will fall. Whenever a weak person faces any adversities or challenge in life, he breaks down and fall. The third stanza. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. Here the difficult words winnows. To block grain free from chaff, separate grain from husk by blowing on. In the third stanza, the poet addressed the wind as a wind god, The wind god winnows the weak people. They might be crushed. Here a comparison is made between wheat and people. Just like we winnow the wheat to separate the grain from chaff. The wind god separates the strong people from the weak people. When there is strong wind, all things which are weak fall and get crushed. Now, the fourth stanza. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let us build strong homes. Let us join the doors firmly. Practice to firm the body. Make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. Here the difficult word is steadfast means the firm, strong. We can say that. Here, the fourth stanza, the poet said that wind would not listen our words. So we have to come together and make strong house. Close the doors strongly so that wind cannot enter in our house. We should make our body strong and make our heart strong to face the challenges. Once we are strong, the wind become our friends. Then wind will not harm us. The last stanza is that the wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fires roars and flourish. His friendship is good. We praise him every day. Here the difficult word is flourish means grow. And in the last stanza, the poet just said that the wind blew out easily those fires which burned with a weak force. But the strong fires turn stronger by the wind. It means wind is supportive to those who are strong and powerful but crushes the weak. Strong people are not affected by the adversities, but the weak people are affected by the adversities. After explanation of the poem, we have to know the summary of the poem. The first part of the poem describes the action of the wind. The poet asks the wind to come softly. He requests the wind not to break the shutters of the window, not to scatter the paper and throw down the books from the shelf. But the wind throws the books and tears the pages. The poet says that the wind makes a just funny of the weaklings. It brings down frail houses, crumbling doors, rafters, and even weak hearts. It crushes everything that is weak. The poet advises us to be strong. Only then we can save ourselves from the wind. We should build strong homes with firm doors. Our bodies and hearts should also be strong. It is the way of the world to kick the weak and to be friends with the strong. The wind blows out the weak fires but makes the strong fires roars and flourish. Thus the poem conveys the ideas that nobody cares for the weak. Even the wind is on the side of the strong people. We must make ourselves strong to become successful and overcome the challenges in life. Now, the central idea of the poem that we should be strong in mind and body. The wind will be our friend. We are strong. Actually, the wind represents the difficulties and challenges we face in our life. We should encounter them boldly. Then, the message of the poem. The message conveyed through the poem. Wind is that we should never give up when there are obstacles and hardships in life. We should face those obstacles with strong willpower, like poet befriends the wind, so that it could not harm the poet in any way. The strong message conveyed by the poet is that we should look towards the brighter side of life and we should change our problems into weapons. Now, the conclusion of the poem. The conclusion of the poem is that we should not feel bad that we are facing so many challenges and hardship in life. Instead, we should make ourselves mentally and physically strong to face challenges. Thank you.
Don't stop, there's so much in you. We are the